Sophie's bringing me a toy. I think she thinks it's playtime. Hi. What you got? Can't really see much of her. Anyway, come back over here so they can see you. There you go. There we go. Hi. She's got a Santa snowman, a little Santa toy squeaker thing. Hey, everybody. Valerie, Tina, Carol, Judy, Elizabeth, Pat, Tina, Lady Kopek, Donna Faye, Teresa, Hallie, Wanda, if I haven't said Wanda already, I'm sorry, Sue, Mary, Becky, Claire, hello, hello, hello. I actually am going to Sunday, a good Sunday, so, well, yes, Monday for you almost. And Monday for some, especially of our Australian friends. Yeah, Sophie snuggles. Yeah, she does want some. She does want some, so I'll pet her a little bit. Hello, Allison. Hello, Rowena. Hello, Robin. Robin did some fun stuff with her, Robin from RSL and Crafts. She did some fun stuff with her crumb blocks. She did some half square triangles and the way she laid them out. Liked them all. I liked them all for sure. Right? Right, Sophie? Can we get some work done? Yeah, so this is their toy. Oh, there you go. All yours. Oh, is that your pet, Donna Faye Kokomo? She would love to be a lap dog, but we don't have a place big enough for her to sit. Unless I curl up on her chair and then she's like, why are you in my chair? Oh, here comes you know who. Come here, buddy. Come here. People want your time. You're already being a pest, so let's go. Oh, I don't think, well, you can get through there. Come here. I made a mess. Come on. All right, get your time in too. It's critter time at the, mom and pop quilt shop. Hey, seriously? I let you inside. Come on. Come on. Get up. Get up. Give me some lovin'. Maybe not. He doesn't want to give me any. Come here. You coming up? Just giving my pant leg some lovin'. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Ow. If he didn't land with his claws, it wouldn't be so bad. There we go. I don't know I'm not sure. There's no camera today. That's all up to him. No, here's Mr. Clive. Hey, Steph and Kay, Sharon, little Urban. Clive says hi. Can you hear his little motor? It doesn't take much to get him going. Boo. All right, now let's get some work done. Okay. So look what we've been doing. Well, me, the world me. Let me move this down. It keeps rubbing up against my throat. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's what I've done. It's going to stick at 5. Because I'm thinking, if I keep making all these huge quilts, I'm never going to have a space to hang them up. So even this, and with a border, I think it's still going to be a fair size. So I haven't really decided on the border per se, but we'll put this together and figure out what I want to do with the stem and the leaves, trying to make at least these three right here into somewhat flowers, with a stem coming down, and then the one down in between here. So that's how I have it laid out. That's how I like it so far, because it's kind of got equal portions of yellow and orangey, and then yellow and orangey with that really prominent, almost sunflower in the center sort of thing. So. Oh, you got a free download? Awesome, Judy. That was for the Hobo bag. Yeah, that's back there. Hold on. I'll fasten it off. I even finished it up and took some pictures. So there we go. It's a lovely size. And it even goes all the way across, so you can free up an arm. You know what I mean? And I'm a knitter or crocheter. So, and I've, you know, we've traveled a lot in the past, and I had a bag very similar to this, but I bought it, but it was zipper enclosure, and I'd have my, you know, ball of yarn in there, and I would just crochet or whatever. And yeah, it's a good bag. It really is. So that's the black one. And then, of course, it just has a white fabric on the inside, white with gray and silver and stuff like that. And then this was the other one. So I really liked it. I just thought it was really cute. And this was, of course, to be for my stop sign, so it can not flip and flop in the back. So yeah, really like it. Glad both of them turned out well. And I'll probably make some more because they are kind of really a universal bag. You know what I mean? Make them in some dude colors or camo or whatever, and you know, guys would use them too. Winter and summer bag, yeah. They are great. They're, like I say, shopping, and then you can tie it tighter if you want to use it as a purse, like an over-shoulder purse sort of thing, or if you want to use it as a carry bag, you can tie it tighter down near the, you know, it's very easy, right? Yeah, it is reversible. You could do it either way. So I just didn't turn it inside out. And of course I want the birdhouses on the outside. So I am working on finishing up the borders of the Blazing Star quilt and listening and good, Allison, good. So then you're ready for the next one. So that block, which is the Marquise Diamond block. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Nadine. Yeah, and they are very easy. Those bags are very easy to go together. And especially you have a unique print fabric that you're not really quite sure what to do with it. It wouldn't really look too good on maybe a quilt or whatever, or it's a little bit tougher. It's a more of a tougher woven fabric, like the fabric suggested on the pattern. You know, that's what you can use that for, right? And you can always decorate it and highlight it. Like say if there's a flower on it, then you can bead around the flower, right? And then there's lots of things, right? And you can lengthen the strap, yep. Is the leg busted? Can we lengthen strap as friend is leg busted? Sorry, y'all. Pardon? I'm confused by that, Steph. Sorry. Hi, Terry. Hello, Pam. We had our crossing guard meeting on Wednesday. We pretty much got taken out for lunch, so it was okay. I didn't really enjoy my stew, my Guinness and beef stew. It really wasn't all that exciting. Did you enjoy your burger? It looked really good. Hi, Heather. Oh. Can we? I wouldn't see why you couldn't make it a little larger, like for grocery bags and stuff like that. Just maybe put the fold over a little bit, like have the fold here and then you move the bag over and you're just getting more, and you just kind of continuous. You just get a little longer, that all. And you know, I guess it's still universal. It was good. Oh, yeah, it looked good, you know. You and Vic had it right. Go for the burger, right? All right, so to get to this beautiful project behind me, I just want to do a little review. Was 40 blades of a 10-degree wedge ruler, and I went from the bottom to about 13, so it was only 10 inches because it says 3 down here and 13 up here. So cut 10-inch bits of fabric and then just flipped and flopped to get all the blades that I wanted and utilized my scrap. I still have yellow and orange, so I'm happy with that, and still made this beautiful project. So what I'm going to do is unpin the bottom and sew those two big squares together. And I did make the middle row with the extra bits of fabric that I had. I had to piece it, but that's okay. It's all the same sesquicentennial fabric in the background behind these flowers, even though it's pieced. I don't care. Do you think Munchkin will be on camera? I don't think so. He doesn't really want to. You know? I mean, that's up to him. He may eventually at some point in time, but he's helping me with a little project right now, sort of, kind of, when he feels like it. Hard to read the comments on the screen? Oh, yeah, it does look a little weird. Even from me, it's outlined font. I wonder if we can change that. I wonder if that helps. I don't know. Steak on the grill. What are we having? We're having Judy's Restaurant prime rib dinner. It starts at 6 p.m. It's a restaurant down not too far from here. Oh, nobody seems to really like the font. Uh-oh. I don't even know if we can change it. You'd have to ask the powers that be. Okay, I'm just pinning this just to make sure I'm staying all the way across. It's only 30 inches I'm sewing, but, you know, to make sure, I want to make sure it's still going. Oh, working on it. Okay. Hubby is off today, so he's going to barbecue. Woo, very nice, Teresa. And last weekend we had a snowstorm. This weekend nearly have summer. I was going to ask to invite you, Pam, because we kind of owe you a dinner out. So if you want to meet us there at 6 o'clock for dinner, we'd be happy to treat you to dinner tonight. And I'm serious. 6 o'clock, okay. Hello, Alex from New Zealand. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Still, 6 o'clock. We'll see you there. Oh, cold front. We had the wackiest weather. We still have snow on the ground. It snowed. It kind of somewhat disappeared. We had two parts of our fences blow down over, I think it was Wednesday with the 90-kilometer-hour winds plus. So that was, I'm serious, Pam. 6 o'clock. Yeah, so that kind of was sucky, and we still have to fix them. 75. We don't get that until like August, and then it's almost out the door. Then fall's coming. I wish. 93. Rain tonight? It's always usually rains in Florida. When we were there, it rained every day. It was like an afternoon thing, and then it puttered away, and you just got used to it. So... All right, so just a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm happy to put this one together. It's been a very fun one. I really learned a lot on it, and I'm glad the way it turned out. I really am. Mid-May here? Oh, no, don't say that. Grandkids are coming over later, so probably pizza? All right. What kind of pizza, Mary? My favorite is pepperoni mushroom. It used to be ham and pineapple, but nobody seems to do ham properly anymore. So, you know, pepperoni and pineapple just don't taste the same. So it's gone to pepperoni mushroom. On a really thin crust with very little sauce. I'm very picky about my pizza. There, those two put together. I'll give it a little press. So I put 3 of them with the bladesy bits. This one we did, what was that, last week? Yeah, we did this one last week. Oh no, we did the other one last week. This one was the first one, I think, wasn't it? And then this one I put together here, but it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blades in it. And it's about the same size as this one. It's just less. I didn't want to do anything too weird, so I thought I'd just kind of tie it all together. Hawaiian barbecue sauce. There we go. Oh, I kind of like that, Alex. Would probably give me the pineapple stuff I'm craving. Oh, I saw it flicker up there. Okay, let's give this a press. Oh, I put the iron board all the way over there so you could see the beautiful fleurs. Come here, you. Don't fight me now. It's not like it's a big seam, so, or a lot of pressing. Yeah, really like those flowers. The sunflowers. Very pretty. All right, so now I had it going in a certain row, like it was kind of like orangey, 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 and then the yellows were in the opposite corner. So when I go to lay this out, I need to make sure that that is the way I want it to end up. Okay, because that was my bottom corner. I need to pin this one off here, here, and here. Oops, I had one in the center down here. Where'd you go? And here. Hello, Sonia. Thank you, Nadine. I'm really pleased with them. I really am. I think they're beautiful too. Now, I don't think there was any particular way I wanted to lay this one out, as in which way was top and which way was down or anything. No, I think pretty much equal, because I tried to get these, you know, weird ones here, because there was only 4 of them. Get those ones kind of incorporated. So at least it was like up and down sort of thing. So it didn't matter, so equal way. So I guess what I need to do here is fold this one in half and make sure it's lining up with my center seam. That should be hopefully a good indication to make sure I got the halfway marks. So, oh, is that better font? Thank you, Sue. Hello, Marlene. Happy you're here. Snook is very fishy. Oh, is that a type of fish? Okay. What do we have? I made haddock and sweet potatoes Friday night for dinner. So, and we just kind of poached it. Or I kind of poached it. All right, so yeah, there we go. That's nice and even on that side. Okay, so that should give me a good equal portion, hopefully. Bring on my massive pin collection going on here. I love my birds. Love my bird pins. How is Clive? He's good. He was just here. He was like him and Sophie were the star of the show. Or the star of the start of the show. Well, they're always the star of the show. I'm just background fodder. Fat catfish. I think I've had that once and it was totally delicious. And I could have had that like every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So. Lemon. Like the font better? Okay, good. Good. Hopefully that's pleasing to everybody's eyes. Okay, all right, and then pin this over to this side, and then we'll sew that big seam all the way down. I might have had a little extra on this one. I just kind of make sure where I had enough to fit across. So as long as the block is in the center, that's what matters. I was gonna say, yeah, because I think I figured out, didn't trim up one of these. Much better on the font. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for your feedback. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We want to make sure your experience here is comfortable and, you know, you tell your buddies. Catfish. Well, it's going to be on the to try list on our, you know, trip across down the States next summer. So, because like we'll be starting it probably, well, it'll be our 24th wedding anniversary. So we'll start that off and then we'll start, you know, heading down to the States. So July, probably between July and August, we'll be puttering around. Had a few people wanted to hop along for the ride, so we might be getting a bigger motor home than we anticipated. It's going to be the potty buzz. Woo, woo. Hello, Denise. Happy you're here. Well, I appreciate that, Nadine. I don't want you getting into trouble. Okay, while you're here, I know you work for Fabric Store. Do you have to make projects, and do they supply the pattern and the fabric and thread and notions in there in time for you to sew it, and do they display it? That's one of the questions I had many, many times, but forgot to ask you before you scooted away. Okay, Teresa. We're going. Oh, I want to take Pop to see the Grand Canyon. I saw it 18 years ago, and it is one beautiful piece of Mother Nature that I have always wanted to share with him, because we weren't together at the time. Not, we were together, but I was vacationing separately. I was visiting my girlfriend and meeting her there. So I would love to show him that and go take more of a scenic tour of it, sort of thing, and really go and explore it. It was just beautiful and mesmerizing, and the natural wonders, right? So yeah, so we'll be going there, definitely. So maybe I'll do a meetup. Meetup at the Grand Canyon. They had just finished the walkout, the glass or plexi walkout, as I think the year before, maybe a couple years before, something like that. So it was still relatively new, and it was freaking out a lot of people. But it was just so, I couldn't help myself. Stand there with the tea, just look right underneath and watch the whole everything. It was neat. So, California. That would be a fun place. Hello, Jenny, if she is in the channel. Hello, and thank you very much for subscribing. Great Smoky Mountains, and hold on, this is Glattenberg. Is it Galtenberg? Hold on, I want to get it right. In Tennessee. Yeah, we plan on seeing a bit. It was beautiful. We plan on hitting quite a few spots, so we'll make sure we're posting so we can do meetups, and we'll hit the local quilt shops, so we can support them, and you know what I mean. We're just gonna do a whole lot of fun. It's been something we wanted to do for a while, and we haven't done any traveling since pretty much 2005, unless it was to move here. That wasn't too much travel, but so, we're up for a trip. We need a good trip. Munchkin's staying here with the cats, but Sophie Loafy's coming with us. All right, here's 2 and 2. So that was the bottom, right? That was the bottom that I had just ironed to the middle. Okay. There we go. It's looking pretty. Oh, so pretty. I like it when you're making your own flowers. Nobody has to buy me any. I'm making my own. All right, so, oh, right. I have to finish this one. I didn't get it all the way done before filming today, so that's what we got to do. Okay, oops, one more pin. We have a few more minutes of work to do on this one, but this was the last one I put together. Hold on, I love the single one because the white strips. Yeah, they do, don't they? It's pretty. Just a little something, you know what I mean? But I didn't want them all to be that way, So this one, I think that bottom was busy because of the fabrics I chose with it. Almost everything going around had a pattern on it. So I knew I didn't want the blades on that one. And I couldn't leave that one just, with that one, the only one out. So I chose that one too because of the busy flowers around the edge too. So I thought, Yeah, so we'll finish this off. I think I was just doing a straight stitch, but I do need to change back to my yellow thread. So we'll do that. I'm not omitting it from the list of adventures to take, Steph, because we do want to go to Australia as well. So that is also on the list. Maybe we'll take a boat and go from one to the next. Yeah, we got Vivian. Vivian's a fan of our channel too, and there's Linda, and there's lots. I'm sorry, sometimes when I'm trying to reach for names, I just can't seem to remember them. We will make preparations so we can do live streams on the road and regular videos. Oh, we won't leave anybody hanging. No way. You're going to come adventure with us. Whether you want to or not. Shotgun. I'm not sure what that means. Up here, it means passenger. Sitting in the front seat. What the heck did I do with all my scissors? Put them all in the bucket. There you go. Maybe you guys can meet up with Pam. She's going to England. All right. Thread is not cooperating today. Got any old lady specs. What did they do with them? Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. Oh, they're there. Old lady specs. Shotgun equals crazy Americans. That's why I thought maybe I'd clarify that for a second. I didn't want to scare people. It means I get in the passenger seat and Pop's driving. And I get to navigate. And go in the back and sew when I want to sew. Because we're going to rig it up so I can sew while he's driving. Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, it sounds like an awesome place. Yeah, Grand Canyon was actually on one of my bucket lists too, and I was glad I got to see it. And that's one of the ones, like I said, I've always wanted to share with Pop. So I was with my girlfriend Kimberly. She drove from BC with her husband down to Vegas, and I flew, and then we drove to Arizona and spent 2 days at the Grand Canyon. And to that, honest to that, it didn't even seem like that was enough, to see it all, because we saw lots of it, but we didn't even see all of it. But it was still very, very beautiful. And then drove back to Vegas, and I flew home. That's where I got my tattoo in Flagstaff, Arizona. Welcome, chameleon. Camellia? Chameleon. Welcome. Sorry for messing up your name. Hello, Anna. She's from Sweden. And you're new. You're new to the chat. So then you must have seen my wall hanging of Schiffenhausen, hopefully. Hopefully I said the name right. I did a beautiful stitch out. I think we may try and do that as a Long Arm Wednesday, how you can just kind of take a picture you know, and somehow transfer it onto, you know, a fabric canvas to stitch out via free motion on the machine. Oh, thank you, Helly. I apologize. I know the difference, and I obviously didn't think about it, so thank you. Oh, bye, Carol. She leaving? She's gotta go. Thank you, Helly, for pointing that out. Do 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 do. Moved to Chicago and loved guns far too much there. Oh, I bet. Not for hunting too, I bet. Do do. Have a nice week. Mm-hmm. Aw, thank you, Anna. I'm happy to. This is what came out of my yellow and orange scraps, and it was something this pretty. You know, and it's a good size. I may not even put a border on it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of bordered out by the tan fabric as it is, the creamy colored fabric. So I may not even put a border on it. Just do a scrappy yellow and orange binding and hang it up all nice and proud. Smiley faces. Just big swirly smiley faces. All right, got a little bit to go. We're almost there, though. What was the question, Vicky? What color's next? We are working on purple. We're doing the Lone Star free pattern from Jordan Fabrics. Yeah, it's I think it's called Easy Lone Star or something like that. They do have you cutting 3-inch strips, but I'm gonna do 2.5 to make it jelly roll friendly. So gonna adapt the pattern just a little bit, you know, not too much. I can follow a pattern all the way. I really can. Look at the blazing star. But because like I said, I was trying to adapt it so it was easy for everybody to be able to make a blazing star. Let's see, the Lone Star. Okay. Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's the one we're doing. I saw that about, I guess, a year ago or maybe whenever, because it's like a, I don't know, is it 2011 video or something like that? It's a few years, or maybe 14 or something like that. I know it's been on my to-do list for, I'm sure, if not a year, whatever, because I save them. I have a folder for free patterns, and I've gone to refer to it a few times to do weekend projects. So it's one that's been in there, but to me, it's a bigger project. So when we started doing the live streams, and then we were when I was talking about doing the Scrappy Quilts, I thought, oh, that would be a great one to be able to implement, you know, the Bargello that I wanted to do, and that one too. So, and so it'd be fun. I think so. Hello, Jerry Lynn. It's going very well. What about you? I'm putting my sunflowers together. Aww, we have no flowers coming up here at all. They know Old Man Winter is still hanging out. your dandelions. They were like, I'm still gonna be here. Yeah, no, usually a little bit, maybe by now we have a couple of tulip, you know, greeny leaves and the crocus and stuff like that. Those are starting to pop up, but nothing, absolutely nothing. That's okay. I know it's coming. I'm very hopeful. I have lots of things to do. Working on a broken Lone Star for a wedding. Oh, is that the one where it kind of crackles off into the one corner and it looks like it's kind of being pieced together slowly? I've seen that one. Oh, you will. It'll be, that'll be next Sunday. We're starting that next Sunday. So be prepared, Carmelina. We will be working on it. Oh, you fell. I was wondering, I think you weren't here last week, so I think I even asked Pop. Yeah. Well, we're going to say good morning to Sassalette and all our Australian buddies because we know that it's really, really early there. So I don't want to forget. So I want to say hello. Good morning. Yes, and sorry you're hurt. Hope healing thoughts your way. Hopefully you have somebody that's helping you. Sometimes just getting a cup of tea is stressful. No, she's not here yet. I just didn't want to forget. Or at least I haven't seen her pop on. Hello, Patricia. We are meeting up next week at the Creative Festival in Mississauga's International Center. Is that what it's called? Anyways, where Quilt Canada was last year, and I took a couple of courses from, is her name Judy Patterson? Because when I know the Judy Patterson in our chat, I get confused. So, and I think it is, but there's lots of Judy Pattersons. So, anyways, this little redheaded Judy Patterson. So yeah. Oh, Patton. Thank you, Sue Patton. See, I knew there was a reason it would sound very familiar. So Sue Patton. Yes, she was there, and Pat and I were long arm buddy helpers. We shared our little long arm while we were learning. So, hello, Linda. Yeah, glad Jerry Lynn's is just recovering. Hello, Niku. Glare in the small camera. Uh-oh. Where is there glare? Wonder. Maybe is that light too much? No, you can't even see the difference on that one. Huh. Weird. And we don't even have the big light on today because I'm a klutz and I broke it yesterday. So, yeah, Pop wasn't really happy with me. Not for a while. Nope. I had to go and sit by myself and contemplate my actions, and it was quite stressful. Yeah, so very much looking forward to hanging out with Pat next Saturday morning for a little bit for a cup of coffee, and then we're gonna see if anybody else wants to meet up after that, say, 10 o'clock or something like that. Anybody's around in the zone of the International Center and is going to the Creative Festival, we'd be happy to, hang out for a bit. Have you decided how to center the flowers? Yeah, well, you'll see. I just finished the last one here that I needed to do. So there's block 5. Okay, and it's got a little bit of white on it. There's only 6 rays on here because it was very pale fabric, you know what I mean? And though it's very busy, it just seemed like it needed a little bit of white pop in it every now and again. Yeah, I was in the naughty corner. See, I'm very clumsy and I'm trying to move things around and a big thing of batting, and Yeah, it wasn't very pretty. Anyways, so that's what we built out so far. That's the middle and the last row, and I'm just gonna put the top row together. So there we go. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. All right, now for you, last but not the least, prettiest one of the bunch. That was my first one. That's when I was like, 40 blades, are you kidding me? Why is this not 20? And it was thank you to and then I realized it must have been the degree of the wedge. So yeah, so this was done by 10 degree wedge. So I want to make sure my yellow one is over on this side and my orangey one over on this side. Pin those together. Make sure I'm happy with the layout. Go like that there. There. Yeah, and we'll pin those two together. And then we'll sew it to the top. Sew it to the top. Oh, what's going on? Just so everything, no. Yeah, they're going off to boys' weekend. Because we hadn't done, we're not doing, we weren't doing live streams last year at this time. We only started just in the summer, right? I think it was just as I was off crossing garden with summer break. Aren't they, Allison? They're beautiful and I love them. And I was a little, at first, like I said, when I had to cut 40 to make a circle and I was like, that's massive. I thought, you know what? That's massively beautiful. I really like that. So I went and did a little sketch idea and off I went. Actually, I'm going chicken shopping. I know it sounds weird, but around the end of April and around the end of October, it's a fur and feathers festival in Mount Forest, which is about an hour trip from here. And you can go and pick up rare breeds of chickens or just go and get some egg layers or whatever, furs or feathers. It is whatever, the lambs, goats, donkeys, you name it. So my girlfriend, Mary Jo, and I, for, I don't know, like 5 years now, 4 or 5 years now, while the boys are off on their boys' weekend, we get up really early, like 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning and go chicken shopping. So why not? I got some pretty ones last year and then something came in and ate them. So this year we're gonna have to do some protecting of the coopy zone first before I go and pick them up because they were some really, really pretty, furry, feathered, feeded chickens. So, hello, Debbie Fox. Hello, Tanya. From Nova Scotia. That's one place I've always wanted to go. Always. Yeah, they're all huddled together. Chickens are cute. I love the egg layers, and I like pretty chickens. I'm not saying we don't have pretty chickens now. We got 1 white one, 3 brownie ones, and 1 black one. So we only have 5 egg layers, and they're just a year old now, or coming up on a year. You guys saw them growing up last year. So they're coming, yeah, they'll be soon to be a year. Oh, that they got I don't know what ate them either. They both disappeared. I had a white one and a black one. And both poofed, gone. And no trace of them either. Like it wasn't, like they just were, like, I even thought maybe somebody actually came in and took them. You know what I mean? So, and when you spend $20 on a pretty bird, and you know, you do expect it to lay you some eggs, but you know, I can go get a brown or a white one for $6 and it still is gonna lay me some eggs. You know what I mean? So, but I do like to look at my chickens. They're very beautiful and, you know, they're useful. Their poop is useful. We use it in our garden, so we just need to do some maintenance on the fence. Make sure nothing can get in. It's weird because there's a big tree above it too, so anything that landed inside the pin would have a hard time getting enough wing space up. So we did think of that actually, but I don't know, we looked around, even had my girlfriend, she came down and helped me to see if you know, where the weak spot was in the fence, or where in the you know, perimeter of the chicken coop, what needed to be attended to, and we really couldn't find anything. So that's what made me think if they were taken, like somebody came in and took my pretty birds while I wasn't here. You know, I'm not here all the time, and they're out and about, right? So okay, I want to make sure I'm lining this up with the orange, kind of in a little diagonal sectional there. So I'm going to find the middle of this one again and line it up with this seam here, okay? And that should give me a good even sort of portion for my flowers. All right, so what did I want it? I wanted it to go, was that up? That was up, okay. So flip that, keep my finger where the middle is, and put my pins in, okay. I'm not a weasel. I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. I don't know what. But the fact just to take off with it completely and leave no feathers about, like there wasn't a feather at all. And they were pretty unique looking bird feathers. Like, you know what I mean? They were, now I can't even remember what they were called, but very fluffy feeded, and they were really cute. They really did look like a dinosaur too, though. Like more so than the regular chicken. It would make a beautiful door bed, like a welcoming banner to, or like a wreath sort of thing, even for your house. I thought it would be awesome as a grow chart for a baby. Nice big one, stretch it so it's, you know, 5 feet up, put the initial or the baby name in the center, and you can have like sibling leaves or something, and then up the stem was inches, or I don't know, and you can mark it with a pin or a, you know, a stitch of thread or something. I don't know. There's many ideas I kind of thought with it as a baby accent sort of room, or even just welcoming, so that way they can hang it on their door afterwards. I don't know, just lots of fun things. Table centerpiece, you know, for, you know, even you would do it in Christmas colors, it would look like a poinsettia. You know, you can do it in all sorts of fun colors. Oh, interesting. Well, they do make powdered eggs, so, you know, that's interesting. Pop watches one of the homesteaders he likes to watch. She was making dried ketchup, and like she was just ketchup powder or powdered soup or something. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to sew that up. Before I sew it, I want to make sure it's right. Oh, taking out the light as I'm going here. Yep, I think that's good. Take a little peek in the camera. Yeah, that's good. All right, we'll sew that down. Go from end to end. And then we'll get some final dimensions here. It should be 90 long by 60 wide, really. Should be 90 by 60. Yeah, because it's 3 long and 6 and 2 wide. And if the big background squares that we're cutting were 60 inches, so yeah. Yeah, the eggshells we do use, yep. Yeah, oh, that's Pam, yeah. Yeah, I like watching sometimes the weirdest. That's how I came across the, you know, the lady with the treadle, Marilyn. And that's how I came across Darlene McCod. She's an interesting one. I got quite a few people, actually. Just by, you know, clicking that little side person. That's for sure where a lot of people got me from, too. That is a reliable, it's kind of an industrial, but Pop has a link for it if you're interested in purchasing one or looking into more, maybe not even, maybe that doesn't, but they do have wonderful irons, even just for home, you know, home use. But because I'm an alteration shop too, and I do dresses and shirts, and so I have a nice, it's a good steamer on it too, right? So it has a really good steamer on it for getting wrinkles out. Oh, well, Allison, what did I miss her? Or was this here? This here? You mean this whole project here? Yeah, it was me. Gypsy mom. Big hugs to you. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Pam. But another night. I hope so, okay? I'd like to take you up to the Chop House in Grand Valley. It's a fantastic restaurant. So let me know when you and the old hubsters are got some time. The old hubster. Don't tell him I said that. It's going to make me be bad. Well, that's too bad. They even have Yorkshire puddings. Yorkshire puddings, like, come on. And it was good for breakfast and it was good for lunch, so I can be really good with my dinner. Oh, really, Deborah? That's fantastic. I've got an old singer here, and then my other Janome. Oh, and someone asked me, they left a message, but I couldn't respond for some particular reason, what Janome it is. It's a 15,000. It's a Horizon 15,000. And it's going in for its little day spa on the 25th of this month. So I'll have to, and my backup one isn't so fantastico. So Pop and I were kind of looking into maybe getting another one. Obviously not this big one, but maybe just a smaller version, or I don't know. We'll have to go look. So okay, so that's done. Let's give it a press and then I give it a show. Awesome. New. Oh, I think I forgot a pin in here. I did. Here, let's put that up there. I heard a beep. Is that no, my microphone pack is charged, so. But I did hear a beep. So, I made sure that was charged since yesterday. It has as back to this ironing board, it has a nice big board to it, iron and ironing board. And that's another reason why I like it, because I can do backings, easy, get them all pressed out. Okay, let's move this back, move that back. And then I get to hold this up, and you get to see what we've been up to. Hopefully you can see some of it. It's kind of hard to see all of it. Yeah, it's long. It's big. Okay, now I wanted to make some of them into literally a flower with a stem. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted the top ones or the bottom ones. Like, what do I want into flowers? I know it's going to be the middle one. So these kind of are very subdued. So I can turn those into flowers by putting a stem here all the way down to pretty much touches this flower down here. And then this one, its stem is going to go from the center down to it touched in between these two blocks down here. Did I leave the triangles out of some of them? No. Does it look like I did? It's going to be pretty, I think, Patricia. I do. I hope so, anyways. I have this vision in my mind, you know. Hello, Diana. Hello, Sandy. I think it's pretty. I think I'd like, I don't know. What do you mean, Donna Faye? Like wiggly? Like wiggly stems, or just so it kind of goes one to the other, like it comes from A all the way down to here? Because that's what I was going to do. I was waiting to decide which way I wanted it first. And I can always pop a couple of seams, stick that stem up in there, and then do a little, you know, place it and pin it, and then stitch down. Wiggly, yeah? I don't know. I kind of wanted him to look like it was a big standing flower. Well, I got to cut some greens anyways. I got to pick my greens. Oh, I kind of like, oh, ladybugs and, oh, that's a good idea. But that's really making it all dimensional there too, Pam. I like that. How Nico? Wiggly lines with leaves. Really? So they all maybe lead into the center flower? What if I did a stem from each? I actually kind of like that. I kind of like a stem from each flower into the center flower. Fine, Y seams? You said Y seams, Sandy. Why? Would chenille sticks, oh, you mean to use as stems? Yeah, probably. I want to use fabric. I kind of like that little wigglies with leaves, and they all lead up into this one, or go around and around. Make a vining, go all the way. Do. All right, well, we got to cut some green anyway, so let's pop that over there. I should. No, we won't hang it up because I'll just have to take it back down. We'll put it there. Okay. If you do the stems going to one end, it could be, oh! Oh, if I did it sideways? Is that what you're thinking maybe? Hold on. So if I did the vase down here on the bottom, like a vase, and then had them all coming down to there, no, looks, well, I don't know, look a little weird. I'm not sure. Ladybugs, I do like. All right, let's get the green. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get the green. I got a couple of greens I want to choose here. Got some darks and I got some lights, and I'm making a mess. I can make like 5 more quilts out of all this green. Get my head in the bag. I got lots of different stuff for leaves, that's for sure. That's too dark. Got that. Look at that. Look at that. It's got a little bit of blue into it. What's that? Green with a little bit of stars. That's all right. Kind of like those. Mix and match. Make it just as scrappy. Let's see what I can come up with. See what terror I can cause. Yeah, I think it'd have to be a little bit bigger to do the whole vase thing, but I love the whole, oh yeah, I'll put maybe a few critters on there. Uh-oh, Steph, your message was retracted. Are you swearing? Just kidding. do really anything too exciting. It's just going to be, you know, folded green fabric over on itself, and then, you know, you can manipulate it, pin it down where you want it. I have to piece some of this together, but that's okay. I don't want to make the stems too small for the flower. Like, I want to make sure I'm, you know, making it look like a half decent sort of stem, and not that I just using a 2.5 inch strip sort of thing, you know. So maybe if we did it 3 inches and then it folded over and folded over, that gives it almost like a 1 inch. That seems okay to me. Oh, that would be cute, little tiny snail. I love snails. Because I grew up in the flower shop, they would come on the flowers, right? So, you know, especially from Holland, and all the sometimes exotic-y kind of flowers and stuff had some critters on them. Unfortunately, that's how my mom got a spider bite on her leg. Oh, yeah, me too. He should be busy with that, I think in the next couple of days or something like that, and be ready for Thursday for you guys. Unless he was working on it later, I'm not sure. What is block of the month? Pop's Tech Talk, sometimes on Thursdays. It's usually once a month on Thursday now, just because of time restrictant. He's been creating a 16-inch block. We're making 12 of them for the whole year of 2018. And, oh, get back to your long arm. Big hugs. Yeah, Pop's coming too on Saturday. Yep. Creative Festival. You betcha, we'll be there. Happy to see you there, darling. See you at 9. Okay, yeah, so he's been building up these blocks and we've been making them, and it's turning out really pretty. Okay, so that, if I fold that in that, hold on, let me just press this and put some pins in and see if I like it. Fold it over a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay. There. Oh, where do you think you're going? Get back there. Okay, now let's move that out of the way. Let's get my little flower back over here. We'll work with this one because it's closest. Okay. Now if I lay this here, and we say maybe coming out from that one, do a little wiggly woggly. Because I don't want the stem to look too small, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be in proportion. It can't look dorky-like. I've been practicing. Oh, I see. They do take a while to wrap your brain around, and they're not my favorite either, but, you know, sometimes they do give some awesome blocks, you know, when finished. I'm just pinning that. Like I said, I can rip that seam and tuck it under. That's why I stitched all the way around. I didn't want to make any final decisions on how I wanted to finish this out until it was pretty much sort of done. You know, I can't really make that judgment for myself until I see it. I'm one of those kind of peoples. I need to see it. Okay, and that leads right into that one just nicely. If I pin that and pin that. Okay, let's do another one there and another one here. What do we think of that? Think that's a good enough size? It's not going to dwarf the stem, or should it be a bit bigger? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't have a lot of green fabric, so I was trying to use what I could. But yes, bias would definitely be, because if you cut it on the angle, it makes those curves a whole lot easier to form. Yeah, is that okay? And then if we do a leaf, like that's a good size leaf, and then maybe another little leaf in here. Yeah, if I can cut it on, maybe this one I can. Cut it and then piece it together. Good thing they're not a lot. Think a little bigger? Well, I can widen this out a little bit. That's what actually I was kind of thinking, Tina, was just a little bit bigger. Just so it seemed equal. It has to be at least what I can get in the width of the blade of the Dresden, right? So, but if I do bulk out the inners just a smidge. Just a little bit. At least the sun was trying to shine here today. Doesn't look too small. Yeah, they should. The leaves should, but I don't know. I kind of, it did seem a little tiny to me. Not too, not too tiny, but you know what I mean. Sometimes things just, when it bugs you, right? Okay. There. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker. I kind of like that one. And then, like I say, the leaves in between. Okay. Got the curve seamed mastered. Awesome. Oh, that's like the clamshell and what is it, Drunkard Path? That's also a curved one too. Hello, H. Brooks. What was the retract? Uh-oh. Well, did we miss? I missed something up there. I like that one. Okay, so, except this side came out, but you know, you get the gist of it. Let me turn around and pin properly, and then I need to change my thread out because I don't want to use yellow on it. Not at all. I need to use some green. Get some sewing on around here. Do I have any more green? Actually, I think there was, just a smidgy. From our big green Bargello quilt. That was so awesome. That was a lot of fun. Oh, is that dark enough? I think that's dark enough. Now I need to load a bobbin. Good thing I got a bag of bobbins in the bottom drawer. I got me a bag of bobbins. Nothing better than a bag of bobbins. All right, now, where's the small one? Okay. And when changing your threads, if you have a big one, I use the big stabilizer or holder. And when you have a small one, use the small stabilizer or holder, whoever calls it, whatever they want to call it. So don't use that one with this one or this one with that one, or you're going to get some wonky results and you won't even think it's part of the reason why you're getting some wonky results, okay? So that's why they give you the two sizes. Just in case anybody didn't know. And of course I put I was gonna say put the small one back, but it was in my hand. Isn't that the worst? You go looking for something, it's right in your hand. I guess it's worse if you're looking for your glasses and they're on top of your head. So that would be the worst. You got products over there that is making us so very jealous. What products over where? Here? Like what? Oh, you didn't know that, Tina? Yay, help somebody out. Be a little stuttery. Okay, we don't need a whole full one, so we'll just use that. Oh, I think I had it in there backwards. It was being a wonker. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, you'll end up with some weird stitches, or the spool is stuttering or sputtering trying to get going because it doesn't have the proper difference, you know, that's necessary. That's why it's there. And that I learned from my maintenance man. First time I took my machine in. Because apparently I had the small one on the big spool and he let me know it wasn't right. What are we saying? 3 years, 1 year? About what? Why do you like the Janome? I don't know. It's a well-made product. We did look at the Berninas and we looked at the Brothers and we looked at the Singers and, you know, we looked at a lot of machines and even just an industrial one. The Janome had the options I was looking for. I needed a little bit of embroidery. I needed to be able to have a big throat for quilting, you know, and a heavy enough machine. I hate having a machine as you're trying to sew, it's bouncing all over the table. You're trying to chase it. I need weight to my machine. And I've even screwed machines to a table. They were a good machine, but they were really light. They were great for travel, but not for, you know, doing jeans and pants and making quilts and so on and so forth, unless you screwed it down. So that's what I did. Oh, hand quilting is lovely. I've done majority of my quilts before I got the long arm and was starting to do a lot of free motion on the machine. We're all hand stitched. Like there's probably about 20 or 30 of them that I've hand stitched out there. So. Oh, well, quilting is fun. You get to try a lot of different things and a lot of different techniques. So, and a lot of them is what you already have by habit of regular sewing, right? All right, so it's all threaded. Now the question is, do I want to use a decorative stitch or anything to put this down? Or you could use a ziggity zag. You can do whatevers. I'm thinking if I wanted to do leaves, I probably should have added underneath instead of on top, right? All right, let's stitch some of it down. I'll figure out where I want to stick the leaves. Because sunflower leaves are big. Chasing her machine? I've done it. I've chased this machine. Not this one per se. All right, where's the ripper? Where's the ripper? Okay, it's over on that side. All right, so let's stitch a little bit here of how I want it going from A to Z. Okay, we'll leave that up there. Do a nice little blanket stitch. There we go. Now you won't be able to see it, but I'll show you the back side so you can see how it's stitched out because you won't be able to see it on here. Okay. Maybe a little bit of movement to it. Tuck it up there a little bit. Okay. Take your pins out as you get to them. And we'll put one leaf down there, do a little back stitch. We'll have it coming out this way. Okay. I'll sew it a little bit down on the other side. All right. Everybody shift over. I was having a visit with my friend Jo Marie the other day, and she lent me her half hexy plexi, a big one and a small one, because I was interested in, well, she reminded me of it, but I am interested in it, of the half hexy quilt done by Jenny Doan, and she puts it on the angle. So that's going to be a future project. I'm thinking I might do that with my crumb quilts bits and cut the shape of the crumb quilt out of this and then have a solid color. So that was kind of the idea. So thank you very much for that. And then she gave me this little quilting template where you can trace these ones out, and they give you, you just, cut 10 of those to make a 3-inch plate. You cut 12 of those to give you a 9-inch plate, and you cut 20 of those to give you, I think it was I don't know, more than that, but it didn't tell you. So, but yeah, I thought that was really kind of cool. So hoping to look forward to working with them. Sorry. Something new. I always love sewing. Always, always, always. Okay, so lay that flat. Do a little stitch. Come on. Let's go. Must have hit the locking stitch button. You know how much I love that. Not at all. Okay, now we're going to leave a little gap. Brother SE 400. Yeah, Judy. Maybe I'll have to look into that one because we do need a good backup one. And not saying the other Genomi's not a good backup one. I've already had it in for maintenance, and it didn't, I don't know if it just didn't take or he just didn't like it, or I don't know what happened, but he certainly doesn't work the way he should. So, and they don't allow you to take it back if you're not happy with the way it was been maintained, because that's not how they see things. Okay, now tack that. Oh yes, I've actually been working on some dress shirts, and I did a caftan for a autism banquet last night. It was a poppy fabric, and it was a beautiful caftan, and I thought it turned out fantastic. So I was quite pleased with it, and so was she. So she said she wasn't quite feeling it for the gala though, so she may have to find something else. But she loved the outfit. So okay, so now my little bit is where I want to tuck it under this flower blade here. So I'm going to have to pop those stitches up to be able to tuck it under a bit. Probably should have chose a darker color, but that's okay. Lesson learned. I've brothers too. Juki, I've never had a Juki, so I can't attest to it. I do see them, a lot of people using them though. And it's very somewhat of a, seems like an industrial machine. So, but there's good machines out there. We did look a while to figure out which one we liked, and this was one of them. So I think it was actually Pop found it and said, "What about this?" Because he knew how much I wanted to do embroidery, because I got asked to do it a couple of times for Christmas stockings and quilts and stuff, so it is handy. I've done ponchos for girls' club and scouts and stuff, so. Aw, bye, Sue. Take care. Hope your headache goes away. Okay, so if I tuck all that in there, you're going to see a lot of this green fabric poking out shadow-wise. So I just want to be enough in there to seal up the raw edge, okay? All right, so let's eyeball that. That should be just enough to tuck under, and then it disappears in the shadow of the peachy kind of orangey fabric. So okay, so we can put a little pin in there, and we'll sew that later with yellow. Not too concerned about it right now. We'll pop the seam of this one over here and get it tucked under. So it's got to go right from tip. Okay. Where's my old lady specs? 4 by 4. Oh, that's 4 inches by 4 inches. That's still a good size. You know, there's still lots of images you can stitch out with that for sure. So I also thought with the Hobo bag, or the bag for the weekend project too, if you used a base fabric as a stabilizer and then put your scrappy bits, just sewed them randomly on there, would make an awesome bag, right? I have obsession with bags apparently. Everybody needs a bag. Bag can hold things. It's good gifts for people if you don't quite know what to get them. You know, they're kind of unique, and you can customize them to, people's individual tastes, right? So, all right, fold that in a little bit more. There we go. All tucked in. Okay, I'll put a pin. For some reason, that little corner edge wants to roll up. Okay, there we go. It is fun. It's a lot of fun. I have yet to really utilize my machine. I think I do more with kids. Sorry. Tickle. I do more with kids than I do for myself. I have to get some water instead of tea. That's okay. Colty. It's all good. There we go. Now that it's stitched, how's that look? Sorry. There we go. Okay, so that's the middle out on one. Let's go pick another stem, work on the leaves later. Let's get another stem going here. I like that one. We're leaving that open for the leaf. Let's do this one. I like this one. We'll make it do a little, maybe you can do more of a fancy curve or something on that. Not unless I can cut it more on an angle. What about this one? Maybe not, just have to deal with it. Hot tea, honey. I actually picked up a lemon the other day at the grocery store for such a thing, because I tried to breathe my tea a couple of days ago, and it wasn't very successful. And I've had a scratchy, itchy throat ever since, coughing fit, tears running down your face, boogers coming out of your nose, red face, sputtering here and there and everywhere. And of course, people are asking if you're all right. You can't even catch your breath. You sound like some seal that's, come up off the starvation. It's horrible. It was horrible. Pink lemons are the newest thing. They're not, oh yeah, pink lemons. Pink lemons. Okay, we'll put that down there. We'll do some pressing here. Yeah, in fact, Pop was standing waiting to go to work, looking at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know." He He's like, I'm afraid to leave. I'm like, I think you should be. It was a traumatic start to the day. Let's just put it that way. Too much information? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that what TMI means? At least Donna Faye says too much information. No, they're not. They're going to be different shades of green. Because I can. Get a little wigglier. Sorry, I kind of got thrown off by the too much information thing, so I've just been quiet now because now I don't know what to say.
You didn't get your feelings hurt, did you?
Sorry, blocking the small camera. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, being too expressive. Working on a stem. Trying to put a little curve to it. Turn it around, do the other side. Oops, I lost it. Hold on. Wouldn't be the first time I've been accused of losing it. All right. Leaving enough space so I can rip the little threads out at the point of the Dresden and be able to slip the green fabric underneath. So it looks like it's actually coming from the flower. Need my seam ripper. There it is. And tuck the little stemmy bits underneath. Choo-choo. And in no time at all, it'll look like it just came out of my garden. One would hope, anyways. Bye, Sharon. Have a great day. Oh, this was a really busy fabric, but it had some green on it, so I thought it might be a good one to come tuck the green leaf under. Or the green stem anyways. And there's the leaf. Alright, I'll put a pin in there. I'll have to resew all these ones that I've just ripped up with yellow, because that's what I've been stitching with all along. And when I do that, I'll go back stitch over a little bit where there's already stitches. So if it does happen to come out in a couple washes, and you know, it's at least it's tacked, it's, you know, well tacked down, right? At least this fabric is dark enough. I don't really have to trim it too much underneath. It's more just that peachy colored one at first. And then you lay flat. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's 2 done. We'll show you what 2 hopefully will look like. And we got 2 more to do. Okay, now to get the other green. Let's get a light one this time. I've got lots on this. Let's give it a press. It's a bit wrinkly. Okay, now let's put the lighter one to this lighter flower. Excuse me. We can tuck it in behind this one, and maybe it coming, or maybe down here to up there. We have a nice big leaf over here somewhere. All right, let's press some of this down first. All right, stem making we are. Just no stem wear. Okay, let's put some pins so I can get some sort of a layout going on here. What you sniffing at over there, Sophie? Come down this way. Over here. Over this way. Over there. Oh, maybe it just wants to go down over this way, so that's where it's going. Well, maybe we'll put it up into that one. To trim that though, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, but I could have afforded to, you know, not necessarily waste the green, but take the bias cuts off the green fabric. Yeah, it would certainly make the curves of making these stems a whole lot easier. Okay. So there's that one. Let's give it a trim. Lost my scissors. There we go. And there's at least 3. Not too bad. We'll stitch that down. Kind of confused at why Pop's out here. I do this by myself now, don't I? Shift this over and do some. Pardon?
I had to move the camera so when you stand up.
Oh.
Otherwise it cuts you off.
Oh, I'm sure lots of people that cut off the head. Yeah, don't forget to leave some room for your leaves. I didn't on the other ones. The other two I just stitched down like a dorky dork. So let's just leave a gap. I like that space there. Now leaves, I have a question. Would making 2 leaves and sewing them almost all the way around and then turning it right side out give that leafy full dimension to it, or should I just cut out a leaf shape and roll the edge under? So My idea was kind of to cut the 2 leaves out, and then that way it kind of really had that leafy dimension to it and look. So. He was here earlier. Oops. Seems I messed up here. Missed like 2 stitches. Oh, fluff. Oh, fluffinators. Okay, let's try that again, crazy. Okay, I left 1 space back there for a leaf, so we'll go all the way to where we need to go. Sorry, it's all fluffed up there. Can't do much about that, sorry. Working on a big project. Little camera's only going to get stuffed with fabric. Oops. Don't step on that one. Alright, just fold the fabric around. Trying to press it flat before you stitch your blanket stitch in there on the side. Okay, we'll flip it around. I just figured to give it a little bit more meat to it, you know what I mean? It would really look like a leaf and it was trying to, you know, come off the flower like it was on the, like the flower was laid out on a table sort of thing, right? There's not much room for a stem, or not stem, but a leaf, maybe over here. That way that one can go that way, this one can go that way. Sorry. If you wanted to, you could stuff this. You know what I mean? That would really make it look like a stem. Stuffed it full of batting. You say you could trump onto the flowers. That would have been pretty too, I think. Make them all puffy up. Puffy flowers. Okay, and I think I was going to try and leave a little space here. No room sticking a ladybug. Oh, I will. I'll make ladybug. I'll actually make a ladybug. Like I'll make them out of buttons and stuff like that. I'll actually stitch in, or maybe even get an applique butterfly, a button. Well, I have one for butterfly, monarch butterfly. It's quite beautiful. Looks real. And a ladybug. Can you do the center that way, Lauren? Oh, you mean fluff it up? I wouldn't see why not. Fluff it up. Oops. Just the thread, not the fabric. There we go. Do. Facebook keeps beeping. I don't know who's texting me. All right, now open that up a bit. Tuck that under. I have to go a little bit more on this side. It's okay. I know, I'm purposely seam ripping. What is going on? crazies have taken over. Alright, now we'll pin that. There we go, buddy. You back there. And you over here. Yeah, I think that the middle would be fine. Like the whole flower part, this or the center part of the flower itself, or the circle, that would be really cool. I think that would give it an awesome dimension. They use like a washable wash away thread for that though, so I'm a little confused by that. Okay, I think I got enough, or maybe not, of the blade. Do. Okay, there we go. Is that all going to fit in there? Nope, I have to do a little bit more on the side. I'm certainly glad I've taken on this little project of doing the scrappy quilts, because I've certainly busted my collection. I've made quite a few beautiful pieces so far. So I'm happy to get onto the purple and white. And then after that, we're going to have to start, doing the rainbow one. So, okay, so that does appear really dark underneath there. So I'm going to make sure I have to give this section in here a trim. That little corner out there, because I don't want it to be too dark. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too much. Okay, just a little bit more up at the top. Perfect, there we go, snug as a bug in a rug. Awesome. Bits and bobs over there. Okay, so that's that one, and we got one more. So which fabric haven't I used? That was this one, this dark one. Okay. Yes, good morning, Sassalette. Good morning, good morning. Okay, now cut to piece. Okay, now give that a little bit of a flat edge. Or a turned edge. We'll make that last stem. And of course, we're tucking those raw edges under. I mean, you could even use some heat and bond. I mean, if you have all that stuff on hand, and you want to use it. Fix breakfast for everybody. Okay, now for this one, okay, we kind of got that one going that way, this one going that way. I really didn't want any rhyme or reason to them. I just wanted to be very random and organic sort of feel to it. That's why I really wasn't thinking too much about it. Because if you put too much thought into it, it's gonna, probably not turn out the way you were hoping. So we'll go from here-ish around to here-ish. Looks good to me. Okay. Let's pin it up. Now give it a little curve. There you go, that looks a little okay. Pins are there. I don't mind cooking. I do get tired of it though when it's all the time. It's, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, day after day. It's tedious. It's not my favorite. But you gotta eat. And not everybody likes soup. So. There we go. Stitch that one down. Oops. The whole cover off. Mass destruction on a small scale. Trying to leave a little gap for a leaf. Tuck that in. Have it going that way. Have the seam ripper closed because I know I'm going to need it. So this is a bit of a curvy part here. And we'll show this one getting stitched up on not this long arm Wednesday, but the next one. I've got a little wall hanging project that I'd like to do. Okay. That's got to go all the way down to here. Oh, what? Thank you. Thank you very much. That's lovely. It's very, very nice. Thank you. Oops. I was losing my old lady specs. Okay, now that was, it's going to slide under that one, so I might as well come all the way up here. Start to form that other little curve. Bias tape is also a really good thing for doing this as well. You can get it in some nice solid colors. I don't think I've ever seen it in a pattern, just more solid colors, but you know, nice green, browns, that sort of thing would be pretty. Yeah, rickrack too, yeah. There's lots of options. You could have just used, what is it, cotton or nylon. The woven stuff, you could use that too. Okay, a little gap for the leaf. Okay, do. Okay, now we'll just tuck this under. Rip those little stitches out. Be gentle, you don't want to rip your fabrics. So just clip your, or come up in between your threads and not your fabric. Okay, stick that under there. Oops, if it stays, get in there. On a bus. Okay, now this one we will snip, possibly. And we have to take a little bit of this yellow one out. This one I didn't do a straight stitch on. I did the decorative one of a decorative stitch. So I'll have to try and match that one up. Fun stuff. That's okay. You can do it. Yeah, Angie also had Angie from Texas had a great idea for a baby shower gift or something like that as well. So she said she was gonna, it was a free pattern too. So she said she was gonna send me the PDF for it. So look forward to doing that one as well, since we did that, the car seat cover, or the car seat canopy cover, whatever. I'm sure it had many names. If you go and look them up, you find them. All right, come here, you. Stitches don't want to let go. Let it go, let it go. Let the stitches go. All right, there we go. Tuck you in. Ooh. All right, I think we got it that time. There we go. Jeepers, bo beepers. Get in there. Okay, now can you see that? No, so we're okay. We don't have to trim that. The fabric's thick enough. Okay, but we will put a pin in there to hold it. Okay, now we need to make some leafy bits. Okay, so there's that. Hopefully you can see it, or some of it anyways. We're gonna make some leaves. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. There's some kid complaining to his mom the other day. She just won't shut up about the song or something, and it was making me laugh because they were trying to leave the school, and I was chuckling away. That's not enough to build me a leaf. And do I want to use some different colored greens for leaves? Because maybe I'm only going to get, what, 2 out of that, and maybe 2 out of that. Let's see. All right. He's back. What's going on? He's being a wiener. Right, Lovey? She's like, something's going on around here. Okay, so there's one leaf. And I could, no, I was going to say I could back that with white, but you'll be able to see that. No, I don't want to do that. So that's one leaf. Let's try and make another leafy. I'm just trying to do very organic. You know, that's kind of who he is. There's another one. They don't have to be the same. I'll probably actually get three. Maybe get three out of here. Keep my hands out of the blade's way. There we go. So that's three. Let's make a few more. Utilize this fabric. Some can be a little thinner. Some can be a little thicker. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go with those for now. Let's see what we got going on here. Sew those right sides together. And we may leave a little space to turn them right sides out. So that leaves us, what, 6 leaves? We'll see where that goes. Okay. See where that takes us. So I want to change this back to a straight stitch. Hi, babe. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Do you need to go out? Yes, she does. Pop, would you be so kind? Go. Go on. Good girl. Go on. Now pick a kind of a straight edge to start sewing on, and then a section where you can turn it right side out. Okay. And just have fun. Just have fun with it, you know? That was the weirdest trip out. Oh, what does she want? You're being all weird, Lopey Popey. And then I'll use my tool, my little tool right here to make sure all my corners get poked out, okay? So it's just going to do that with all of them. Let's start there. And make sure you backstitch when you're leaving an entrance to leave open to turn inside out or right side out. Oh, very nice. Oh, that's got a little snip in it. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to sew a little shorter on that edge. That's what I was worried about. Wasn't all kind of even cuts on there. So just have a little bit thinner on that side. Come around. You know, so stuff the leaves or like put batting in it and then you can stitch down some, you know, veins, you know, that sort of thing. Did I not leave a space to turn around? I guess I left the bottom to turn around on that one. There we go. Should be an adventure. Oops. The plain foot are fine. I used it for the HP, the high performance foot and the high performance plate. I used it for pretty much putting the whole Bargello quilt together. And I did notice that I think my seams were more accurate with the 1/4 inch because a little, not that my foot was butting up against something, but it was a 1/4 inch foot, you know what I mean? It just gave a little more visual guidance, but I'm so used to this foot on here now that, you know, I guess I'll use it again when I need it for a said thing, but I switched this machine out from doing hemming pants to hemming shirts to making dresses to, you know, this and that and putting zippers on. So it's kind of hard to leave one plate on, especially when you're zigzagging and doing decorative stitches and stuff. Gold highlights in the Christmas fabric. Were we talking about Christmas fabric? Oh. Doo-doo-doo. I like Christmas fabric. Ooh. All right, one more. You keep getting kids. Collector of fabrics? Collector of children, no. What's that the lady in the shoe? A Christmas kid and you still haven't yet made it? What? Get on that. It's taking you so long. All right, now here's my special tool. Now you can lop off your corners, your tippy tips, so they're not in the way. You know, so they don't get in the way. And then just pop your corners out. AVQ, what's AVQ? There we go. We just have to make sure we press all those out and press it down. Hello, Lois. Happy you're here. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't leave one here. I didn't leave a spot. It takes a while to get a collection, Teresa. It really does. And of course, I've had people help me collect on mine, so, which I'm very, very grateful for. And if you live closer, I'd help you work on yours too. Okay, so pop that out. Better late than never. Exactly. Amador Valley Quilters. Okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha. You should take some pictures. Is it a show? Kit sales are a good way to build a stash. Yeah, that's true. You don't actually have to. I got a nice kit that we're gonna do after the scrappy stuff. It's actually I'll get it for you for next weekend and I'll show it off. It's in a bucket up on the top shelf there, so. That's what I was saying, Sharon. You could put batting in there and puff it up and then do some detail stitching down it. Down here in either yarn, embroidery floss or whatever, and then be able to stitch it down too onto the quilt, right? So make a Christmas present quilt with folded books. They would, sorry, it was a block. It was a block. Yeah, it was actually 4 blocks. It was big present, little present. We were talking about road trips in the beginning, Sassalette, where we're planning to go to Australia, and you know, we could always take the boat from Australia up to the UK, you know. They go that way, I heard. As long as we're within eye shot of the shore, so I could swim if need be. How many quilts we have left? I'm going to do, next in line is the purple Lone Star pattern, free from Jordan Fabrics, so check that out. But we're cutting the strips at 2.5, not 3. And then after that, we're going to have a scrappy quilt, just a quick scrappy quilt of just all the colors that I've used, and then some, and some that I've left over that I've left out, and just do a mixed scrappy quilt. I think we were going to try and do the wedding ring in that. The double wedding ring was going to be in that one with a neutral toned background. I didn't necessarily want white, but I didn't want gray either. So I was going to shoot some ideas with Pop and see what, you know, what he's thinking about and how we can, because we have the Acu Quilt cutter to do the double wedding ring, and I thought that would be fantastic as a scrappy, don't you? Because you can get all those pieces. So I don't think it works that way, Laura. Work that way. Ivory, but oh, that would be pretty. No, I haven't sewn it up, Judy. Actually, it was going to be another Wednesday project, so another long arm Wednesday project, and I'll let you know when we end up stitching that up. Oh, being out to sea. Yeah. Where's the shore? It just makes me a little nervous because it's been a long time since I've been on a boat, and last time it did not go well, and it was a ferry. It was a ferry crossing from Tsawwassen to Victoria, I believe. Wasn't it, Pop? I'm sure it was. Yeah. And it didn't go well. It didn't go well for my tummy. Oh, no. Not at all. Okay. So we're going to want to mix some of these to kind of put them wherever we want to put them. There are fleers. Okay. We need some cute little pins here. Okay, so I like this one coming out this way. Just his little tippy tip stuck under the stem. Pin his little closing, opening and closing closed. Pin in the corner, and then a pin on the stem. Oops, let's get a better angle at that. Where are you? Lay flat. Lay flat! Okay. Actually, I have another weekend project to do. I'm taking a rock t-shirt. It's a Led Zeppelin tie-dyed t-shirt, and I am turning it into a baby quilt. So that should be very exciting. I'm going to use the back, the sleeves, all around it, incorporate a white. She said she liked the white that I had. It was on a quilt already that was on the long arm. She said she really liked that white as a complementary color to the t-shirt. And, you know, that's what apparently they're huge Led Zeppelin fans, and that's what we're doing. So, and then it's a beautiful logo on the front of it. It's the high Stairway to Heaven sort of thing with the angel and the wings. It's very, very beautiful. And I think highlighting that into a baby quilt is going to be fantastic. So I may save a chunk of the back. It doesn't have anything on. It's just got the tie-dyed for a square in the middle of the back of the quilt to kind of make sure, like, you know, the t-shirt was reflected in the center sort of thing, and then build up around it. So it is beautiful. It's a beautiful t-shirt. She spent like $50 on the t-shirt just itself. So kind of like that one empty. We'll leave that. So, and then, you know, she gave me the backing to it, which is more than enough. And I'm going to build up a little, you know, wrap the back to the front sort of thing to incorporate it and so on and so forth. So it'll look nice. At least I hope so anyways. That's the vision in my mind. The vision in my mind is beautiful. Sometimes it doesn't always get out that way though. Not always. All right, pin that up. All right, come here, you. Don't be fussing with me, I'll be fussing with you. All right. I like that a lot. Let's put some more leaves on. All right, let's go over here. All right, now, let's put this, I think this, no, this was one I did remember. It was only one of them. I think I forgot a little bit over there that I forgot to leave holes for the leaves. Just tucking in there. Okay, move up here. In 45 minutes, it's Monday? Oh, well, happy midnight hour there, Helly. Yeah, you guys, I did see on the Weather Network pictures and photos of the UK and Germany and over there with the weather storm that they had. So it was quite a bit. Not what you guys are used to, that's for sure. So kind of kept you on your toes. Now, do I want to leave this? This is kind of a big space down here. So I think I kind of wanted to stick this leaf here. Do. All right, leave that there. Oops. All right, we'll pin these down and then I'll show you and we'll call it a show. And then I'll get it all done. And then you'll see it on a Long Arm Wednesday when we're stitching it up. So excited. It's so pretty. I may add a couple more leaves. I may, you know, it all depends. All depends what I'm feeling. Okay, we'll tuck that there, even though I have to poke it underneath. So we will pin it there. Okay. Oops, here. All right, now, let's see here. I think I want to put one up over here. And I may put another one up over there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There'll be a surprise on the Long Arm Wednesday show. And keep us all in suspense. Yeah, I like the double layers of the fabric. You know, it really just adds that extra depth of, you know, 3-dimension as you're trying to build these beautiful flowers with the leaves, right? Okay. Let's show you here. I'm just going to try and hold it up. Do the best I can. Hopefully you can see it. And does it look okay? It's kind of hard to show. I'm trying to get the centers because it's more the centers than anything else. Okay. Hopefully you can get a little bit better look on there. There we go. There we go. A couple more leaves and I think it's going to look amazing. Like amazing fruit. Aw, thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. You know, and I'm glad I used a mix of greens because there's different greens and the oranges and the yellows and I don't know. I was happy to use some of these fabrics and I never really thought I was going to use because I had such just little pieces of them. And it's nice to be able to see what I did with it. You know what I mean? Like the houndstooth, the dots, you know, the paisleys, the gingham, like all of it. Fruit, there's apples and pears, you know, there's some trees, you know, I don't know. It was really fun to do, and I'm happy with it. I don't think I've been disappointed with anyone that I've done so far. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the purple one we're starting next week. So thanks for the adventure, everybody. Yeah, it won't be this longer Wednesday. It'll be the next one because I have a baby wall hanging that I'm doing up. It's actually my first kind of baby Bargello sort of thing. I was first trying it out. It was probably about 3 years ago I made it. So yeah, thanks, Nancy. Thanks, everybody. I really, really appreciate your feedback. I really do. It's been a very fun adventure, and I'll definitely be making this again. Definitely. I really love the idea of this being like a centerpiece to something, or like a welcoming to your house. It hangs out, it's a little quilt that hangs over the door, or, you know, and you have a little sign that says, you know, like we'd be Mama Pop Quilt Shop, or you have it so, you know, it's the Patmores, or the Johnsons, or the Marquis, or the Bakers, or the McNamaras, or the Remenschneiders, the Leonards, all of them, the Bushholts. The Bowers. It's all of them. I think that would be kind of cool. I really do. And then, you know, you could even switch it out so you had Christmas at Christmas, and spring colors at spring, summer colors at summer, fall colors at fall. You know, that sort of thing really would play out, especially if you really like this sort of shape, right? And it doesn't really take that long to put together when you think about it. It makes a 30-inch block, you know, makes a massive pillow, or an awesome start to a wall hanging, or an awesome start to a quilt. So, all right, have a great week, everybody, and we will see you later. Thank you. Take care. Enjoy your day. Good night.